Hey YouTube, it's your favorite megachurch cult survivor, queen of the megachurch cults, Leah Lauder. And I am in fact on live on TikTok as well. So it's going to be a party of 3 today, a little menage a trois, baby. Oh, yes. So I'm going to go live from Instagram. I'm getting drawn out, you see. People are trying to report up my lives and whatnot. Hey, hair collections in the cut. All right, let's go live on Insta as well so that I can get a clean, sweet recording of what they just tried to get, locked off the net. Hey, Instagram, it's Leah Lauder, your favorite mega chat cult survivor, and I am in fact on live on YouTube and I'm live on TikTok. So we outside in these online streets and whatever. So anyway, today I've got a topic, I've got a title. I'm exposing SPAC Nation in the cut, but not in the way that you think. Because as I said to you, not only am I a survivor of child criminal exploitation, that's CCE, because I lost my boyfriend in police custody when I was 19 years old. Not only have I dedicated my life to the practice, I've done a youth and community work degree, I've got a first class, I've specialized in working with gangs, I've worked in various different dynamics of working with gangs, from secure estates to prisons, the list goes on and on, really. I then got a master's in social work and I started to look at the comparisons between bereavement, ACEs, trauma, public health approach and gangs. So what I've been able to do based off about over 20 years of life experience coupled with my professional expertise, I've been able to draw the comparisons and the correlations between high control groups as gangs and high control groups as churches. And this has brought me to the conclusion that young people at risk of joining gangs, those on the periphery, those at risk of CCE are actually more susceptible to joining gangs because they are both high control groups. I'm going to focus on SPAC and I'm going to be using examples from their little cult to talk about just that, and to use all of the examples of how Toby, as the malignant narcissist, has targeted and recruited young people in gangs on the periphery from the hood, because you can find the most creative, the most intelligent, baby, the most masterminds, the most ingenious people you get from the concrete barbed wire jungle in the cut. What are you talking about? We have to learn to survive outside in these streets, man. It's survival of the fittest. We got resilience like no other. Are you mad? We gotta survive outside in these streets. We don't get nothing. We gotta work so hard for everything. We're discriminated at all levels. Intersectionality. We're discriminated against by the government, against everything. We're putting in equitable housing. There's certain man them out there, they're just fighting to stay alive. Mothers are sitting back and praying and hoping that their kids are gonna make it past 25. It's real. Feel my pain and my struggles. It's not a joke. So when I see a pastor coming online and trying to profit off the hood as a culture to sell it, to promote it, no, I ain't having a bar of it, bro. I'm telling you now. Because what I have seen and what I have survived growing up in the ghetto, babe, it ain't no promo, man. It ain't no promo, man. It ain't no promo. This is real life. Toby, you've come from Nigeria. You've come here, so you've ended up wearing Peckham. You're talking about the young people you reached out to on Queen's Road. Okay. So how do you know about the struggles? How do you know about what really goes on there? Because what they've done up is he's profited off the fact that these young people who are in gangs, who have that type of mindset, they're doing up illegal enterprise. They are geniuses. Guys, I'm telling you, the love of my life came from the roads. One of the most intelligent men I've ever met in my life. I worked in secure estates and I worked in prisons. And those are some of the masterminds. They're in there. They're so intelligent. When you do the training, yeah, it shows you how some of these prisoners have broken out of jail. These guys were like making keys out of material. Guys, I'm telling you now. So he knows that. Toby knows that these guys, because they're not, and I'm not saying all of them, but most of them are not book smart because they were about that life. So they weren't doing up school, but they're road smart. They're street smart. That's why if you find a road ninja that's lived past, like he's in his 40s, Oh God, that's a smart ninja. That's what that is. That's a smart ninja. Oh God, I need a tissue. So my point is that they are more susceptible to joining church cults because they have been in high control groups. And that is why Toby has targeted them, because he knows that they're entrepreneurial. Like these guys, they won't be book smart. That like I was saying in the other lives, to shop, yeah, you gotta know maths. So do you get what I'm saying? Like they know a lot of maths, they know how to like to flip things, like it's a business. That's what I'm trying to say to you. And a lot of them are when they're successful in it and they know what, and I'm not here to glorify it, I'm giving you the truth. This is what it is. That's why when professionals work with young people who are at risk in gangs, it's like, how do we work with them? Because the amount of money that they're getting on a street value, it's like, how do you compete with that? So what you will find most professionals will be doing up, and the things they'll be offering is like entrepreneurship, like them getting some sort of startup funds or a grant to start some sort of business, or that is mainly how we're engaging young people. And that group, they know that. That's what SPAC are trying to do up. So I have been exposing the pyramid scheme style that I have been seeing through my professional experience that they're doing up. I put up some content where one of their high-ranking members, I think she owns some sort of hair and beauty thing, and so she was giving out 3,000 overall, giving individual small startup businesses like £500 towards, getting it going. Now the thing with this is, this is a recruitment tactic that they're doing up to fund young people's startup businesses, but then it's like they're going to be the accountable funder. Even with these kind of things, I would love to know what the process is like after they've given them the funding. What evidence do they need to provide to show that what they've spent that money on? It's a way to track people, to stay in contact with people, to manipulate people. There's that other flip side of it as well. But anyway, guys, what I want to talk about is I want to do up the intro quickly. And the intro. Hey guys, I don't know if I'm just coming back on live because I had a little technical issue, but I'm back now, guys. So I'm going to just come off and end the live just so we can keep the recording. And then I'm going to be back and I'm going to do part 2 of looking at gangs as high control groups and church cults as high control groups. And that's what makes young people more susceptible to joining church cults. So I will be back in about 10 minutes.